Hi guys, hope you're having a great morning. This is Sheila and Fred with Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures and FS Investigates.
Hey guys, good morning to you. Sheila's got a follow-up on this is one of her favorite stories. Both of us, we both feel sorry for John Hardwick. Mm-hmm. And justice for John. Go ahead, baby.
He needs that, guys.
Oh. So. I didn't know if you had anything to say or not, or if you just want to go straight to the video.
I was going to go straight to the video, let him watch that, and then we'll comment afterwards.
Good enough.
Okay.
See you on the other end.
After charges were dropped in a controversial arrest, the victim's attorney says he will file a federal lawsuit against Danville police. John Hardwick's family claims the 66-year-old, who has dementia, was a victim of police brutality.
Fox 56 reporter Dejiana Wilson has more from Hardwick's lawyer, who says the officers who reacted with force need to be held accountable.
These are pictures of John Hardwick, a man enjoying life with his wife Cindy Hardwick. In recent years, life has looked different, with Hardwick suffering from dementia. Last October, things took a turn for the worse when Hardwick was accused of shoplifting at the Danville Walmart.
Hey, go to the ground, go to the ground, go to the ground. Oh, God. Put your hands behind your back. Do it now or you're going to get tased.
Police body cam video shows 66-year-old John Hardwick pleading for help after a grocery store trip with his wife last October ended with him handcuffed and taken to jail. Hardwick was charged with public intoxication and shoplifting after trying to buy 2 packs of beer. He didn't have his ID, so a cashier escorted him to the service counter. That's when his family says Hardwick became confused, going behind the counter and placing the beer into a cart with his purchased items. Loss prevention officers were called, and video shows Hardwick moving the beer from his cart to the counter several times as they talked. Attorney Ephraim Helton says his client is autistic and suffers from dementia, and he and his wife often split up while shopping at Walmart.
Did she say he's autistic?
Yeah, and suffers from dementia.
Wow.
You know, guys, the man's done went to the checkout counter with his beer. He went by the cash register. In his mind, he's bought that beer. Again, we don't know what's going on in his mind because he's got dementia.
Exactly.
Unless you've got dementia, you don't know what is going through his mind, but it usually goes a lot by repetitive things that he does. And he's used to going through a checkout, and when he gets through the checkout, he puts his contents in his buggy and goes to his car.
He sits on the bench. I think I seen on one of them, he sits there and waits for his wife to, I guess, come and pick him up again to take him out.
So in his mind, he's checked his beer out.
Sure. That's why he went behind the counter and got it, because he
after he checked his beer out, then the clerk took it to the customer service because he didn't have his ID. But he's thinking he's done bought that beer, so he goes behind the counter there and gets his beer. Now, first of all, we've got a Walmart employee there that looks like maybe should be the one. He don't look like he's dressed as a Walmart representative.
Exactly.
Is this, if you had dementia or any kind of mental decline, would you look at him and think that's a person of authority? That's their loss prevention? That's their
manager or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting there telling this guy what to do. He put the beer in his buggy. He takes the beer because the guy evidently tells him that you can't take that beer. You got to leave that here. And he takes the beer and puts it back. This is a 60-some-year-old man picking I'd love to know whether he even drinks or not. I have a feeling that he don't. It doesn't matter either way. That's his prerogative.
And they charged him with shoplifting.
The whole thing is a travesty.
Yeah.
Right there sits a man on your screen. We're counting on you to educate these people.
Get justice for him.
We're counting on you to get justice for John.
Exactly.
And E will get it. I know E from Hilton. And he's gonna go after him. I'm almost thinking he should go after Walmart. I'm almost thinking that Walmart's got some they play a part in this, that they didn't recognize that this gentleman had an issue when he was putting the beer back and forth, and that's not a drunk. An intoxicated person, when you're barking off, I've done it for 40 years. Mm-hmm. An intoxicated person, when you're barking off orders, put that here, put that there, do this, do that, they're going to become belligerent, they're going to become irate, and then it turns into a disorderly or a resistant. Then this man is doing everything that guy in the flannel shirt with the jeans on is telling him to do.
His speech wasn't slurred. He wasn't staggering around or nothing. So
it's solely dementia.
He was totally compliant.
You can watch him walk around where he's confused. He's not. I've done it. I've arrested thousands and thousands and thousands for.
There needs to be training.
Babe, there is training
for everybody, all the way around.
Babe, there is. Oh, you're talking about Walmart employees, and well, I'd say Walmart gives training, but the police academy gives training from dementia to elderly to bank robberies. It don't matter about training if you don't have people that's got the mindset. If somebody's on a macho attitude, take them to the ground. Take them. I can imagine grabbing me like that with my back surgery. Holy smoke! I can't imagine. I can't imagine doing that. That old man, you could hear him hollering.
He was begging for help. He was asking people to help him. He was so confused.
Had I been there at the cash register checking out, and I'm a retired police officer, they would have been taking me with him. There was absolutely no... Look at that face behind us, Sheila.
Yeah, he looked scared.
That man is hurting. That is pain.
They bumped his head when they put him in the car.
Confusion and pain.
Bless it.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, these attorneys out there that's getting these cases, and on my channel, Fred McCoy 40, I'm posting plenty, but for all you people out there that's got these cases, and you settle out of court, you're backing up. You're backing up. You're underestimating the juries, either state or federal. Mm-hmm. This is no doubt going to be a 1983 civil rights violation. They violated that man's civil rights. They beat him handcuffed. You don't strike a man when he's confined, when he's handcuffed.
Laying on the floor like that, and them on top of him. That one guy had his knee on his
neck. So, the other one tried to get him in a chokehold. The other one tried to get him in a headlock. It was like the Keystone Cops. If Danville, Kentucky is professional as they want to look, that's got to be one of the most embarrassing.
They need training.
Chief, you're going to have to let these guys go. Guys, you're going to have to treat it. And I know I keep going there, but I don't care. You know, we need justice for John. Somebody in the Bull County area on Facebook needs to set up a march in front of the PD, in front of Walmart.
Yeah.
Protest. Until we get some results and these police officers are gone and are competent people, justice for John Hardwick.
Yep.
Because he's not getting none right now. If John, and you guys correct me, put it in the statements, I don't care, I'm thick-skinned. If that man right there was black, all heck would be breaking loose in front of Walmart and in front of that police station in Danville right now. All heck would be breaking loose. If he was black and you had 3 officers and one standing there banging on a man,
yeah,
it would be totally different.
Well, I don't understand why did when he was confused and they just come at him all of a sudden to arrest him.
Sheila,
they said, take him down, take him to the ground.
That's machoism. Nothing but ego.
That's
nothing but contempt of cop. He didn't even know he was never informed he was under arrest. Put your hands behind your back, they said. And he grabs his arm. He grabs him. You know, guys, I'm going to tell you about police work. There's certain things in police work that you learn. If you want to get in a pursuit, come up on a ninja, a crotch rocket.
Okay.
If a police officer's looking for action, he's got a boring day and he's thinking, hey, I'll have some fun, come up within 200 or 300 feet of a crotch rocket, flip your blue lights on and watch that crotch rocket because he thinks he doesn't think you got his tag yet. You probably don't. And he knows you don't have his tag yet, and that crotch rocket will run. They will run just as sure. 9 out of 10 will run.
Wow.
If that officer's wanting a pursuit, that's what you do. You can make him get even in a vehicle. If you know they've got warrants on them, it's somebody you recognize, hit your blue lights way back. Let them know you're coming. They will run. They think there's a possibility they're going to get away. Now, by doing that, you're endangering society. You're endangering people's children at red lights that people's going to run. If you're an experienced officer and you say, I don't want to chase this guy, he may get killed on that motorcycle. He's young and stupid. So you get right up behind him. You get right up behind him with no lights, no blue lights on, and you get, if you've got a camera on your dash, you've already got it, his tag number in your camera. If you don't, jot it down real fast. You've got his tag number. Now hit the blue lights. 9 times out of 10, he's going to pull over because he knows you're already so close, you've got his tag number. But even if he doesn't pull over and takes off, let him go. Go to county attorney's office and get you a warrant on him.
There you go.
Get a warrant on the registered owner to the motorcycle. If it wasn't him, I guarantee you, he'll tell you who was riding his bike that time of day and on that day. These guys were macho. There's a Facebook, and I don't know, I haven't checked the report or anything like that, Sheila, but you've seen the Facebook pictures of the other gentleman. This gobby guy was supposed to at one time work for Stanford Police Department, and he beat the far, or at least it appears to be.
His little face was bruised.
Out of another guy, elderly. Another elderly person.
Did anything come from that? It didn't.
I don't know. I've just seen what I've seen on Facebook.
But his
But
little face
what do I always say? A person's past
predicts their future.
will often predict their future, their conduct.
So this is 2 times that we know of.
And this ain't even it. If he stays a police officer, if Tony Gray doesn't fire him, and if they don't get 4th degree assault charges, official misconduct, falsely filing a report, because he did not shoplift. As of right now, he's not AI. He's wandering around because he's confused. He's looking for his wife. He's looking for anybody that he can recognize. He's starting to get scared. He's thinking, we know.
Well, he told them, is what his wife said he told them to go find her, his wife. She said, why didn't they come to me? Why didn't they come?
Why didn't they page her?
Yeah. So, it's
I finished the video, babe. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Here we go on what...
Somebody got onto us for talking while videos was on, so I'm thinking, well, okay, let's just stop the video and go ahead.
It's okay. It's all good. No worries.
Mr. Hardwick would go get what he wanted real quick, and then he would check out. He was never asked for his ID, and after he checked out, he would go sit. There's 2 benches as you exit Walmart. He would go sit on those 2 benches.
But on this day, while his wife continued shopping, Hardwick was involved in a dispute with a clerk who declared he was intoxicated.
But if the viewers just watch this video, there is no indices of impairment.
Employees flagged down Danville police officers who wrestled Hardwick to the floor. Hilton says it was unnecessary force.
You see TJ Godby pull his cuffs out, rush him. One officer does what they call a leg whip to bring him down. The other officer tries to put him in a chokehold.
Put your hands behind your back. Do it now or you're going to get tased. There. I got him.
The video also shows Hardwick.
If they would have tased that old man, I'm telling you, those people back there at the registers should have come alive.
They should have.
Danville would have a riot on their hands right now. That's the only thing that's... I'll tell you what, boys, the more I watch this video, this could be your all's dad.
Yeah.
This could be your brother, your uncle.
Yep.
I'm not...
Our nephew.
Anybody.
Yeah.
There's a way to do things. I don't care if the man's drunk as a dog. You don't have to treat him like this. There's a way to treat people until he stands up and declares that he's going to fight, and he's going to. This man didn't resist arrest. This man didn't know he was under arrest. First of all, he has to be told and understand he's under arrest, and then the officer can use whatever force is necessary to effect the arrest.
Right.
This is not an arrest. He's never been told he's under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. That's not been told you're under arrest. I know charges have been dropped, but that's one of the reasons why, with no doubt. The first reason is they've got a competent attorney. Ephraim Hilton is top notch, top shelf attorney. Go ahead, babe. We're almost done.
I thought he was going to break his arm there.
Listen to him holler when he goes down. Listen to him
Also being punched several times. In a statement, the Danville Police Department told Fox 56 they were requested to assist with the uncooperative.
What's unnecessary? Suspect's shoulder. Strikes to suspect's shoulder to gain suspect compliance. Tony Gray, shame on you. Shame on you as a police chief to write something like that in a letter. Taken up for an officer when you're sitting right there looking at the same thing that we're looking at, and those people in Boyle County and Danville, Kentucky are looking at. They see the same things we see. They see the same things you see. And then you write, an officer used strikes to the suspect's shoulders to gain compliance from what, Tony? He's handcuffed behind his back. You've got two 200-plus pound officers on his back with his arms behind him, handcuffed. Compliance to what? To take a beating? When you see a letter like that from a police chief or an executive, guys, that's called a cover-up, in my opinion. Let me throw that out there, my opinion. Since he's alleging that this is suspect compliance. This was a beatdown of an old dementia man. Elderly abuse at its worst. When you grab an elderly person, I don't care if he's drunk as a monkey. He's not. He's clearly not. Anybody that's ever dealt with intoxicated people knows what they look like, how they act, what they do. This guy's not walking like an intoxicated drunk. This man's walking like he's confused.
I agree. And when you moved so quickly at him, they did. That one grabbed him in the other, come up automatically and grabbed him on the other arm. He didn't know what was going on.
No, that stunned him. He's already got some guy telling him what to do in regular civilian clothes with no authority, no Walmart jacket on, no. If you're going to deal with people, let's say that the security guy is dressed like that so he can be inconspicuous. He doesn't want people to know he's watching them. That's fine. That's great. But at the moment that he has an encounter with an employee, he should have a vest in his pocket, or somebody give him a Walmart vest or a name tag that says, I'm security here at Walmart. Let him identify himself.
I agree. Here we go.
With the uncooperative and intoxicated shoplifter. They took him to jail, but say they later learned, quote, the suspect may have been suffering from a previous medical condition. Police determined it was best to release Hardwick and let him face charges in court. All charges were dismissed on Wednesday. Hilton says Hardwick never left the store with unpaid merchandise and is calling on the police department to do better.
You need to do the right thing. And you need to make sure you go through that information. And if it requires suspending, terminating, you need to do it.
Hilton says he expects to file a lawsuit against the police sometime in the next 3 weeks. A spokesman for Danville Police told us the department has no comments for now. Guys, back to you.
Bring us up, babe.
Wow.
Cancel arrest.
I don't know why that does it every time.
It's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Pour it to him, E.
Hey.
Pour it to him. Justice through monetary value. Look at that face, guys. You can't put a figure on that. In that man's mind, that he's never ever, I don't know what he did for a living, what he's done before dementia set in.
But he's also autistic.
He's never going to forget this. He's never going to forget it. This was traumatic.
Very traumatizing for him. And his wife said that his little hand, he said he complained about his little hand hurting for 3 days after
his hand. Imagine his back.
Yeah.
Imagine
to the floor.
being that old. And, boys, when you get a certain age, I don't care how young you try to act or you think you are. The body has a different, the body will let you know differently. I know. Mm-hmm. I can't, you guys in Danville, Bull County, need to set up a justice for John. Mm-hmm. Justice for John, and you need to protest from Walmart to the Danville Police Department until something is done with these officers. You've got to have termination of the one. This is the second time. If the information we've got is correct, and it's on my Facebook page, Fred McCoy, somebody sent me pictures of his father.
Exactly.
I don't know him, didn't know his father. Father died right after that. That's tell you what, I don't know what you might want to go see E. You might want to go see E from Hilton there and let him look at that, because that you may be able to contribute that to. Boys, I'll tell you, we got to do better. Our police officers, until we start holding them to now listen, I have fought. I never fought with one. When the handcuffs went on, the hands come off. The law gives a police officer the authority to use whatever force is necessary to effect the arrest. You don't want to get hurt. You don't want to hurt that person. Guys, they didn't care about hurting that person. That person, put them on the ground. I'm going to tase you. Don't make me tase you. Holy cow. Can you imagine tasing that old fella?
What? Yeah.
I'm going to shut up, people. You don't have to listen to me. If that man was black, they'd be all over Danville protesting. Now, I say we get not just whites, you get blacks. Whites join in with you guys when some of your people is like this that you all think have been treated unjustly. This is not a black and white thing. This is an American. This is a human rights thing. Look at that face.
You don't understand at all.
No. You're up, baby.
So I hope Mr. Hilton does him justice.
He will. Well, you hope Mr. Hilton, but you hope who's on this jury. Whether it's a federal lawsuit in London, Kentucky.
It's a federal, he said.
Whether it's a state. Well, sometimes people talk and sometimes people come through the insurance company. You're suing. Mm-hmm. You're suing the insurance company. These people this is probably Kentucky League of Cities. I don't know that, in my opinion. Kentucky League of Cities is the one that had insurance on me when I got her 40-year career. Mm-hmm. Had no intentions of retiring. I was going to be school resource. I was going to be bailiff. I was going to work till I was 70, 80 years old, I thought. All I wanted to do was get my back fixed and get better. And the insurance company, Workers' Comp, was Kentucky League of Cities and would not approve a surgery.
No.
Would not. 3 doctors would not. Until I had forced to go get an attorney to file a suit and go before the judge, and the judge says, yes, give that man surgery. Mm-hmm. I couldn't even move then. I can move. I can do some things now in a lot of pain, but I can do it. But they fought me
tooth and nail.
Tooth and nail. I finally told them, leave me alone. Don't ever contact me again. I'm Social Security age now. I'll use Social Security. I'll use Medicare. I'll use whatever. I won't bother you guys. You all have run me crazy, and they did. Now, those people, if they want to insure police departments that has police officers like this, then let the police department pay the premiums, because they'll pay the lawsuits, but the premiums will go up.
Yeah.
And eventually, when Tony Gray's budget is going more to pay police department insurance for his officers, untrained, If he doesn't fire this officer, he should be held as much responsible in a federal lawsuit. And I know he knows this. He's trying to give him, in these interviews, he says these officers need to be terminated, suspended, whatever. He's saying suspend one or two of them. The one's got to be fired. There's no...
Definitely.
But if he doesn't, then he's as much a part of this lawsuit. Because a lot of times during these lawsuits, as it goes forth, they will release the sheriff or the police chief. They will release them from the...
Oh.
Do not release the chief on this one unless that officer is dismissed, at least the one. And the other two should be retrained. And
well, that's 2 strikes, so he should be out.
Oh, he should have been out with 1 strike. You get 1 strike like that.
That poor little man's face that was stalled.
That's 1 strike and you're out. When you abuse somebody to that point, that's abuse. That's elderly abuse. I don't care if he went in there and what he'd done short of had a firearm or something. This man's unarmed. This man's got nothing.
And he was complying with everything.
3 of you? I would be embarrassed.
Okay. Here we go.
Said I had. I
You're
wonder
good,
we'll say
you're good.
nothing on
You're
this
good.
video.
It's all good. No worries. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you have a great day. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you on the next
Thanks,
one.
guys.
Bye. God bless.